moment or two for a couple of people to hop on because they said they wanted to hear what I had to say. I'm going to talk today about my event that is coming up in June. It's June 13 and 14 in Orlando. It is the Ultimate IT Growth Conference. And if you don't have your ticket yet, there's my phone alerting me that I am going live, which is awesome. I'm glad technology is working well. If you don't have your ticket yet, make sure you get it soon. The room only holds 150 people. We are keeping this small and intimate on purpose. That was one of the major pieces of feedback that we got last year after our event. So we will fill that room. I can't fit any more than 150 people in the room unless I turn you backwards and your back faces the stage, and then you have to turn your chair around. And that's just not a fun experience for anyone. So get your ticket, mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate. So I want to talk through a couple of rules that I am breaking, and we're going to talk through these. I've got maybe two or three rules that I have charted out on my notes that we're going to talk about specifically, things that I am not following that all of the gurus say you must do to have a successful event. And I'm making my own rules because rules are made to be broken. And really, inside of marketing, everything is a test. So let's talk about a couple of rules that I am breaking. So rule number one, if you go to mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate and you want to learn more about the event, you'll be able to find out more about the event. The event is for driven MSPs that are really close to that $1 million mark or in excess of that. And you are serious about continuing to grow. Maybe you've had a little stall or a little plateau, but you are super focused on pushing through, getting over that hump, and getting to your next level of success. That is told. You'll see that on the website. What you aren't going to see yet are the various speakers. Who's coming? What are they talking about? And so that is a rule that I'm breaking. If you go to any other event, they are already starting to say who their big name speakers are for their 2023 event. I'm not doing that. And here is why. Number one, I am moving quite a few tickets without sharing that information. So you can wait and find out who is coming and take a chance on there not being any tickets available. And there probably will be still some tickets available when I start to announce who's coming. But as I announce the speakers, the prices will go up for the tickets. So right now they're $97. It's a crazy good value, and get your ticket. So that is number one. So why I don't have names on the website yet, or even topics beyond the broad topic of we're going to help you improve your growth strategy, sales and marketing. I don't have to have them on there yet because the tickets are moving. The second thing is that many of the experts that I am bringing in, especially from inside of our industry, they've got a couple of different areas of expertise that they can lend to you if you're in the room. And so, what I want to do is get an idea of all of the speakers that are coming. And we've got about 5 of the 7 nailed down. We've got 2 that are pretty sure they're coming. They just need to check calendars, etc. And then, once I see the whole of who is coming, then we'll fully craft that content and make sure that it gives you the best experience possible to help you make great changes in your business. So, because a lot of my speakers can speak to several topics very well and give you some awesome insight, I don't want to tell you yet that Joe is coming and he's going to speak on creating a great objection handling strategy, because Joe may end up speaking about something else. And Joe is a fictional made up name. So don't go trying to find Joe. I don't have anybody on my agenda named Joe yet. And so you can wait. You can wait to get your ticket until I announce Joe or whomever, but you are taking a chance on tickets being gone. More importantly, you are taking a chance on the ticket price going up. So that's something else. Now, none of this, the fact that I'm not giving you names yet, I'm not giving you topics yet, none of this changes the goal of the event. So this is a 2-day break from your business. And it's interesting when you start to study the way that our brains work, when we are in habitual, maybe workflows, or we have a habitual morning routine. Sometimes that's very good for making strides and changes in our business. But a lot of times those habits are the things that are keeping you stuck. And so by getting outside of the office and actually coming to an event, you'll be able to break some routines. In fact, there's some event organizers that they will ask you to take off your watch and put it on your other hand, or when you get back to the hotel room, sleep on the opposite side of your bed, because mixing things up is good for your brain. It's how your brain it starts to think creatively. So it kickstarts your brain. And so I am mixing it up from the very beginning by not telling you who's coming. So, tied into that is that as we are bringing in speakers, one of the things that we are really focused on is making sure that there is a workshop component. That was something that our people told us last year. They said, keep bringing in this type of speaker, make sure that it still is workshoppy and don't make it too big, because when you're in an event with thousands of people, you can't build those relationships. You can't have deep conversations. So we are committed to continuing the workshop component of our event. I had vendors and MSPs alike tell me how much they appreciated not just lecture is good, knowledge is good, but taking a few minutes to actually write down, okay, what did you learn? How are you going to execute on this? By when? And who on your team is responsible for executing on this? And how will you measure success? Those are not revolutionary concepts, but it is rarely done at events. And so then what happens is you leave an event and you are in complete overwhelm, and you go back to the office and perhaps you check 3 or 4 things off of your 40-item to-do list, and you never get the rest done because it's business as usual, because your clients need you. We want to set you up for success and help you to actually implement the ideas that you're going to hear. So that's number one. That is all encapsulated in the fact that we don't have names on the website yet. Understand, we do have people lined up. I could give you those names right now, but I am choosing not to, because I don't need to give you those names. People are still purchasing their tickets. In fact, I had 5 people purchase their tickets this morning, or was it this afternoon? It was sometime today. They all came in a couple of different companies invested in bringing their teams. So if you are a salesperson, if you're an owner, if it's owner-led sales, or you have a sales team, or you're doing marketing, any kind of capacity in terms of marketing, this event is for you. So that's rule number 1 that I am breaking. Rule number 2 that I am breaking is bringing in big name speakers. I don't do it. Today, I don't need to do it in order to be successful. And transparently, I've only been in business for a handful of years, and those big name speakers come with a big name price tag. You would be shocked at how much it costs to bring someone in to speak for an hour, a canned speech that they already have planned, and they could give it from their sleep. You wake them up at midnight and they give you that talk. They are very, very expensive. And the reality is, there's a lot of speakers out there that are less well known, and they have at least as good of a message as some of the better known people. And so I don't bring in big name speakers. Number one, I don't need to in order to make the event successful. I don't have that type of budget today. I'm not saying I'm never going to do it. I may shake things up next year, the year after, the year after that, 2024, 2025. But today, I'm willing to break that rule. Now, you may happen to know the name of 1 or 2 of the speakers that we're bringing in. Certainly from inside of the industry, you will know those names. But there are a ton of people out there with fantastic business acumen, fantastic experiences. They just didn't happen to write a bestseller, and perhaps they don't want to go on a speaking tour and speak at 2 or 3 or 4 places every week. That's not their business model. And so I can bring those talks to you, bring those speakers to you. I just lined one up today. Well, I had to submit a request, an application form, but I matched their speaker fee, and it's going to be a very exciting talk on leadership. So, last year I introduced you to some people like David Meltzer. He is Mr. Jerry Maguire himself, and so some of you got to meet him and chat with him. Super great guy, very humble. The movie Jerry Maguire was written based on his life, and most of you had never heard of him. Maybe you've heard of the movie, but you hadn't heard of David Meltzer. And since my event, I've had probably half a dozen people come up to me and say, you still subscribe to his podcast, you've watched that keynote multiple times, and how impactful that particular talk was on their organization, how they do business, how they carry themselves, how they have expanded into a different version of who they were even just a year ago. So that is why I do that, because nobody had heard of him coming in, but yet he changed lives and he changed businesses. And that is what this is all about. And the reality is, there are people that are on the speaking circuit inside of the IT world who are great. I lost his name, but there's a football coach. Oh, Dave Ditka has been at multiple events. Mike Michalowicz has been at different events. I'm not saying those are bad speakers, but I've heard them multiple times. I'm ready to hear some fresh ideas and some fresh perspectives on business. Not taking anything away from those particular speakers, but the reality is that inside of my business, what I am building is something unique and something different. So if my overall vision for my business is to build something different and something unique, why would I want my event to rinse and repeat a has been type of strategy that is not different and is not unique? So I hope you see how that's out of alignment. If what I am doing inside of the community is different and unique, why would I want my event to be the same old, same old? So, those are a couple of the rules that I'm breaking at my event. I'm not sharing who is coming. There's no talk titles on the website yet. I'm not bringing in any big names. And yet, this is the event you're going to be at. If you saw any of the social media buzz last year after the event, it was phenomenal. Great event, recharge your batteries, get fantastic ideas for your sales process, for unique ways to get the word out there on your marketing, via marketing on the services that you have to offer, managed services, managed security, co-managed, managed compliance. So if you don't have your ticket yet, get it soon. www.mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate. And so again, two rules I'm breaking: not putting the names out there yet, and not bringing in any big name speakers. I'm building something unique. My company is unique. And so therefore this event is going to be unique as well. So to quickly recap, the types of things you're going to learn at this event: leadership, how to be a better leader for your team, whether that is you as a CEO and an owner, or if you are a sales manager. How do you show up as a better leader in your organization? Of course, sales tips, sales scripts, the sales pieces that you need inside of your organization, inside of your sales process, marketing. Very, very excited about some of the marketing things that I am bringing to you. It's really interesting. In the last year or so, I have developed this superpower to be able to pick up on trends and things that are working really well in our industry. And so I'm bringing in a big name person to talk about one of those marketing trends. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to come to the event to find out, or visit the website in March and take a chance on all the tickets being gone. So I would really recommend just getting your ticket now. So leadership, sales, marketing. I might even share my hot off the presses 9-step roadmap to helping MSPs grow tremendously quickly without avoiding some of the challenges that are out there, like relying completely on referrals or relying on some older strategies that simply don't have the same effectiveness that they did 2, 5, or 10 years ago. So rest assured that secret speakers do not mean that nobody's coming. Rest assured that speakers you may never have heard of before does not mean that the value is not there. So just like last year, this event is going to be the talk of the channel. It's going to be the buzz that you're going to see on social media. So really at this point, you've got a couple of choices. You can get your ticket now, mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate, and get your ticket to the Ultimate IT Growth Conference, or you can wait and see 150 people talking about how amazing the event was. I hope that's not you. I hope you will honor your future self and get a copy or get a ticket. Come to this event. Let us help you get over the current hump. Maybe you're not growing as quickly as you want, but you've already seen some success. The fact that you've seen some level of success means that you're able to reach new areas, new plateaus. Let's double your business and hit another plateau, and then I'll help you find another person that can help you reach the next and the next and the next. Let's climb that mountain together. I'm going to sign off for now. One last time, I'm going to share the URL, mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate. And if you have any questions, I am on all of these platforms that you're watching this on. Message me. If you've got questions about whether or not this event is right for you, I am a straight shooter. I'm not going to tell you to come if it's not going to benefit you. So I'll ask a couple of questions, find out if it is a fit. If it is, I'm going to tell you to get your ticket. It's $97. If it's not, chances are I have a resource that can help you get to that next level so that perhaps you'll be ready for my event in 2024. But if you are flirting with that $1 million mark or up to maybe 6 million or so, get a ticket to this event. It's going to change your life. It's going to change your business. And I hope to see you there. Have an amazing rest of your day.